Hi, I'm Riki Rachtman. Like you, I have always been enamored by high-performance vehicles. And in the world of supercars, to me, there is nothing better than McLaren. How many brands have taken all their racing knowledge, their dominance in Formula One, and put it all to a vehicle that you can drive on the street? But what if you could take the best and make it better? What if you could take the fastest and make it faster? I've recently hooked up with the people at HyperCar Development, and they showed me how you can take the 12C and take it to the next level. Safi, you're the lead engineer at HyperCar Development. Tell me some of the differences between the stock McLaren and the Hyper McLaren.
What we've got here is a 12C. 12C outputs 616 horsepower. Very easy car to drive, an amazing track car. With the Hyper McLarens, we actually focus on preserving all of that, but giving you a lot more. 616 turns into 827.
Pretty cool.
This is a full-blown development program. The car comes to us, it gets taken apart, reinforced, wheels, tires, exhaust system, down to the ECU programming.
Tell me about the ECU.
If you can harness that ECU, I can get the car to do anything. We've actually unlocked the ECU to its fullest potential. We make sure that it's balanced, as if it was still in factory tune. We want to make sure that it's not going to hurt anything else on the car. We've had extreme test after extreme test, and it just helps us develop an even better product, because ultimately, you're going to be that much more confident about your new car.
What's the next step for HyperCar Development?
We have an experimental stage, which is our Hyper 15.
15 meaning 1,500 horse.
Yes, and we feel pretty confident that we'll be able to build the first road legal car that can achieve 300 miles an hour.
I've invited my friend Kerri Kasem over. She's driven more supercars than I have, and I can't wait to get her perspective on seeing what you guys do.
Hi, Riki.
Kerri.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me. Riki was so enthusiastic about this car. The tone in his voice when he was talking about the Hyper McLaren, I've never heard that. This is really cool. This is different than the 12C.
Yeah, the stock system is actually a dual exit, and we convert it to a single center exit exhaust.
Very neat. And these rims are amazing. So you guys designed these?
Yeah, we actually developed them in-house.
And you only work on McLarens, correct?
That's our only focus.
So my friend Dave, he's got a couple McLarens, and he doesn't think anything can be improved. I want to show him this car.
I'm confident we can impress them.
Mind if I drive?
Sure.
Driving the Hyper McLaren is a dream. Incredible. It's smooth, fast, it's sexy. You get a supercar because it's all those things, plus you want to be the best. At least I do. This is the best. I've known Dave for a long time. He's a McLaren guy. And he's a perfectionist. So if there's anybody that's going to spot an imperfection or a flaw in this car, it's going to be him. But he's in for a treat. He really is.
Welcome.
Thank
Here
you.
you go. Come on.
Oh,
There
how
go.
are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Dave, this is Riki. Riki,
Hey, Riki.
Dave.
Nice to meet you.
Looks a hell of a lot like my car.
It sort of looks a little bit like your car, and you do have a great car, but it handles much better, and this car is a hell of a lot faster than yours.
You're telling me that you're gonna get almost 200 more horses into this car. It's too good to be true. Sorry, that's how I feel.
I can understand how much he's set in his ways, but he just has no clue the difference between the McLaren and the Hyper McLaren. He needs to get schooled, and I'm glad that we're gonna do it.
I'd like to race Riki on the track and just shut him up.
Why don't you drive this one there?
Excellent.
Okay.
Why don't you drive
I'll take
that
yours.
one?
Okay. I'll get in the passenger seat.
Okay. So much more power, so much faster. It's in the handling, it's in the braking.
I can't wait to smoke him on the track.
I'm a little worried that Riki's gonna be driving this on the track.
You know, I think David thought he had him for a minute, and then Riki let loose, and David's face, he couldn't believe it.
You smoked me. I'm impressed. I'm totally impressed.
I knew you would be. Yeah.
And I'm glad that I told you about the Hyper McLaren exhaust because it looks like most of the day you saw the back of my car. So you got a good look at the back of it.
He just doesn't stop. I'm never gonna hear the end of this. He was right, and it was not easy for me to say that. I know a well-engineered car. I know what it feels like. I know how it feels on the track. When I got on in this thing, it proved me wrong. It's very similar to the P1. I'm interested, very interested.